Hey guys, it's Mr. Schaefer back at it for the last time with Ivan. Um, we are going to be on page 284 to 300. We're going to take it down to the end. Um, I'm really happy to see what in the world's going down and excited, and I know you are too. But I'm also kind of sad because I hate to see it come to an end. And I still have questions that I need to know. Like, where are they exactly? And where is everybody else? So we're gonna get it going. We're gonna do what we always do first, right? We're gonna set our mental bookmark, and we are going to roll back here. The last thing I think is I see is it. That was the last page we read. Um, he's it with what's her name? Kenyani, right? The other female gorilla that's there with the tribe that he can see. And they were playing. Like he actually was playing with another gorilla, right? To me, that just blows my mind of 27 years of not having another gorilla or anything in that tiny cage, and now he's there, right? Grass and sticks, and he slept in a nest, and just all the. I love that on 277, the sky, the grass, the trees, sticks, birds, dirts. Like he never had any of that in so long, and now it's back. So he was a little timid to come out. I remember he saw him for the first time in his new like glass cage that he's in, and he finally went outside. The door opened, and he got to see all that. So he's there. He also saw a video last time. Remember, he saw the video, or not last time? Yes, last time of Ruby. She was with other elephants. It was only on the screen. Is the only thing she saw, so we couldn't tell where she was at. But she was there having fun. It looked like, and with other elephants. So to me, that what do you think about the promise to Stella to get Ruby out of there, to get Ruby to a zoo, to get Ruby to not have the same life that Stella had. I think he did it, right? Like, I, I, let's finish this, right? Let's see where we're at. Let's put this all into conclusion here and see what we got. So like I said, 284 is the last thing we read was it. And that was them playing tag. We're playing, and I really hope I did read that page. I'm pretty sure I did. If not, I'm going to start there anyway, just because I don't want to miss it, and then we'll move on. So here we go. Kenyani ambles toward me. She taps on my shoulder, and Knuckle runs away. I watch her, arms crossed over my chest. I'm careful not to make a sound. I'm not sure what we're doing. She ambles back, shoves at me, dashes past. And then I realize what's happening. We're playing. We're playing tag. I'm it. Again, remember that was one of his favorite games to play with his sister. And now he's in there playing again. Romance. Make eye contact. Show your form. Strut. Grunt. Throw a stick. Grunt some more. Make some moves. Romance is hard work. It looks easy on TV. I'm not sure I will ever get the hang of it. More about romance. I wish Bob were here. I could use some advice. I try to recall the romance movie we watched together. I remember the talking, the hugging, the face licking. I'm not very good at this, but it's fun trying. Grooming. Is there anything sweeter than the touch of another as she pulls a dead bug from your fur? Well, for a gorilla, I bet so, right? I don't have too many bugs in my fur, I don't think. Talk. Gorillas aren't chatty like humans, prone to gossip and bad jokes. But now and again we swap a story under the sun. One day it's my turn. I tell my troop about Mac and Ruby and Bob and Stella and Julia and George, about my mother, my father, and sister. When I am done, they look away, silent. Kenyani moves closer. Her shoulder brushes mine, and we let the sun soak into our fur. Together. The top of the hill. I've explored every nook and cranny of this place. Except for a hill at the far end where workers have been repairing a wall. They're finally gone. They've left behind fresh white brick and a mound of black dirt. While others laze in the morning sun, I want to explore the hilltop. They've been there before, and I have not. Everything is still fresh to my eyes. I take my time going uphill, savoring the feel of grass on my knuckles. I'm going to go back to that real quick. You ever think that way? Like when you've never been somewhere before and you want to check out everything about it, but someone else that's been there a million times is like, all right, whatever, right? Like when you go to a friend's house, you want to explore and do everything, and they're like, all right, that's boring. Let's go do something else. Well, think how Ivan's feeling right now, right? He's never experienced any of this, especially, let alone being outside, but in a whole new place like he's in. And the feel of grass on his knuckles, right? You tried doing that knuckles on cement all the time. Can't feel too good. I can't imagine how good the grass feels. The breeze carries the shouts of children and drowsy hum of bumblebees. Near the top of the hill is a low-limbed tree, the kind my sister would have loved. The wall is endless, clean and white, stretching far down to the habitats beyond my own. It's high and wide, carefully built to keep us in and others out. This is, after all, still a cage. It rained last night, and the pile of dirt is soft to the touch. I scoop up a handful and breathe in the loamy smell. It's a rich brown color, heavy and cool in my palm. And the wall waits like an endless blank billboard. Do you remember what Ivan's name is, or real name is, before he was Ivan, that his parents gave him? Mud, right? So he's back to, he hasn't really touched real mud, right? He said the paint felt like mud, but he hasn't touched real mud in a long time. So imagine the feel of that the first time that he's felt it in years. Mud. And then he said like a billboard. That reminds me of the mall too, right? The wall. It's a big wall, but it's a big pile of dirt. And I'm a big artist. I slap handfuls of mud on the warm cement. I make a handprint. I tap my nose with a muddy finger. I make a nose print. I slide my palms up and down. The mud is thick and hard to use, but I keep moving and scooping and spreading. I don't know what I'm making, and I don't care. I make swoops and swirls and thick lines, figures and shapes, light and shadow. I'm an artist at work. When I'm done, I step back to admire my work, but it's a large canvas. I'd like to get a better view. I go to the thick-limbed tree and grab the lowest branch. I try to swing my legs. I land hard. I'm too big to climb, I suppose. I try again anyway, and this time I pull myself onto the first limb, gasping for breath. One more limb. Two, and I can't go any further. Perched halfway up the tree, I see my troop still dozing contentedly. I take in the wall, splattered and splashed with mud. Not much color, but lots of movement. I like it. It feels dreamy and wild, like something Julia might have made. I miss Julia. From my seat in the tree, I can see beyond the wall. I see giraffes and hippos. I see a deer with legs like delicate twigs. I see a bear snoozing in a hollow log. I see elephants. Safe. She's far away, belly deep in tall grass with others by her side. Ruby. She's here, Stella, I whisper. Ruby's safe, just like I promised. I call to Ruby, but the wind tugs at my words, and I know she'll never hear me. Still, Ruby pauses for a second, her ears spread wide like tiny sails. Then, with lumbering grace, she moves on through the grass. Guys, she's there. They're at the zoo. They made it in the same one. Imagine how good he feels. He said he never could do it, right? He didn't know. I can't make a promise of that. I can't save her. I can't even save myself. He did it. Let's keep going. Silverback. It's a cloudy evening, chill and drizzly. Dinner is on its way, but I don't care. At night we sleep in our den, but I'm always the last to head inside. I've been inside long enough. This time of day, there aren't many visitors, just a few stragglers, leaning on the wall that separates us. They point, take a couple of photos, then head over to the nearby giraffes. One of the keepers is beckoning. Reluctantly, I turn and go. Out of the corner of my eye, I see someone running. I pause. It's a girl with dark hair, lugging a backpack. A man follows behind, racing to catch up. Ivan! The girl yells. Ivan! It's Julia. I scramble to the edge of the wide moat that skirts the wall. Julia and George wave to me. I dash back and forth, hooting and grunting, doing a gorilla dance of happiness. Calm down, says a voice. You're behaving like a chimp. I freeze. A tiny nut-brown, big-eared head pops out of Julia's backpack. Nice place, Bob says. Bob? I say. It's really you? In the flesh. How? Where? I can't seem to find any words. George's job at the zoo doesn't start till next month, so he had Julia made an agreement. She's walking 3 extra dogs to cover my food. And get this, they're all poodles. You said you didn't want a home, I say. Yeah, Bob says. But Julia's mom likes my company, so I figured I'm doing everybody a favor. It's a win-win. Julia pushes Bob's head back inside her backpack. You're not supposed to be here, remember? She reminds him. Ivan looks great, doesn't he, Jules? George asks. Stronger, happier even. Julia holds up a little photo, but it's too far for me to see. It's Ruby, Ivan. She's with the other elephants now, because of you. I know, I want to tell her. I saw with my own eyes. Look at that picture. We stare across the expanse that separates us. After a while, George pats Julia's arm. Time to go, Jules. Julia gives a wistful smile. Bye, Ivan. Say hello to your new family. She turns to George. Thank you, Dad. For what? For... She gestures towards me. For this. They turn to leave. The lamps that light the zoo pathways blink on, blanketing the world with yellow light. I can just make out Bob's little head sticking out of Julia's backpack. You are the one and only Ivan, he calls. I nod and then turn toward my family, my life, my home. Mighty Silverback, I whisper. And there it is, guys. We finished it. And there's Ivan, his new home, his new family, new happiness. Can you believe Bob made it back? Almost makes me cry every time, guys. Bob is my fave, man. And he's with Julia and George, and they got a new job now. That makes me happy, too. And look, everybody's home, guys. Everybody's there. And look, if you notice, this picture's different than all the other pictures. If you notice Ivan's face here. He's actually smiling. He made it out. And he got Ruby out. He did it, guys. I love it. I hope you really enjoyed this. Like I said, we're going to have some more talk after this. But that's it for the reading. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I look forward to seeing you next time.